So nothing I know is original. It's just passed down from old guys.
Sure.
And that's what we got to do. We got to pass the stuff down so that you can survive in this, the world's greatest, shittiest business. All your buddies will stick a knife right in your goddamn back.
Hey, well, on that topic, you've been around. You've been pretty much everywhere. Is that a lost art today? Do the guys currently today, especially the younger guys, obviously, do they pick the brains of the older guys and the veterans that are backstage or agents or producers or whatever?
Some. There are still some that hang on to that. And percentage-wise, I really can't throw that at you because every place is different. You know, I hear I coached at the PC a couple of years ago. It's been about a year. But, you know, you had a lot of sponges. I had a group of I was blessed to have, I had some newbies, and then I was gifted a lot of guys that had been working a long time. So they had an idea who the hell I was versus a football player that had no clue that I had experience, just that's my coach. I'm Coach Guy, but to these guys, I'm Ace Steel because they just came from the independents and all that. And those guys were an open book. And still to this day, I'll comment to them or I'll, you know, just reach out and say, hey, that was a great match. Like I see a guy debut on SmackDown, you know, and kill it. And they'll just throw praise right back. Hey coach, thanks for helping me out along the way. You know, stuff like that. Like they come, they ask, they want to know. Those are the true workers. They do exist. It's just, I don't know. Something happened to our art and I hope we can rectify it. You can't change the world, but there are some good nuggets out there.
I mean, take it for what it's worth. I don't have any reason not to believe him. Tully Blanchard just came out on an interview and said for the entire time he was at AEW, there wasn't a guy that ever came to him and asked him one wrestling question.
Amazing to me. And you know what's funny is that, not that he's going to remember because I was a producer, I went right up to him when I got to like know him face to face a little bit. Same with Arn. I know Arn much better. But I just started talking to Tully about Harley, you know, because I spent a lot of time with Harley, many, many years, and sat beside Harley. And I'm always fascinated to hear about what Harley was like back in the day. I have a version of Harley I know, but the Harley that walked into the dressing room in the 70s and 80s, I want to know about that Harley, you know. And then Tully's like, I never worked Harley, but I reffed a match of his with Dory and things like that. So, but 100% what Tully's saying, like nobody goes up to him. I'd go up to Arn and ask him, why wouldn't I talk to Arn Anderson about producing a match? The dude produced for 20 plus years after he retired. Hey, Arn, I got 4 minutes. What do I do here? Like, I'm thinking this. You'd be ridiculous not to. That's just still my opinion. I don't care what anybody says. Like if you know, again, higher learning. Why wouldn't you just go ask a question? Because you're too good? Piss on that.
Yeah, Arn rode with me many times in Pensacola in 83, 84 when he was under the hood as Super Olympia. And then he lost. Then he worked with Jerry Stubbs, who was Mr. Olympia. And then he lost the hood, and then he was Arn Anderson.
What a worker, by the way, Jerry Stubbs. I you know, wrestler brain here. I caught some of him the other night, and I texted Scotty Armstrong. I said, "How good was this guy?" You know, in the hood, you never saw the face because he just looked like an average.
But the body,
his work was so smooth. Holy shit! And then I read somewhere that he helped train Brad Armstrong, which makes all the sense in the world because Brad was he's one of my favorites ever.
I said, are you ready? I got my dots on, my polka dots. Get your popcorn, get your Coke, get ready, get excited because look what's coming up now.